Sponsors for Sto Lat with Ania are Sto Lat Bar, a restaurant bar featuring European-inspired cuisine, 4475 Transit Road at Eastern Hills. Chickpea Bakery, combining old-world European treats with modern-day fare. Simply Pierogi, enjoy a quick, delicious way to enjoy Polish food. Events by Sto Lat, planning an event? Host it with us, Transit Road in Eastern Hills. And Pierogi Pete's, now open at Casey and Transit Road in Amherst.
Hello everyone, it's Ania Dushan. Welcome to Sto Lat with Ania. It's cooking, conversations, and cocktails. On this edition of Sto Lat with Ania, meet Shannon and hear her incredible story of helping our hometown in the fight against brain cancer while cooking up salmon with chickpea ragu. Cody creates the ultimate pick-me-up with an espresso martini. Then it's table talk with a local businesswoman and a friend, Michelle, who always scores a hole-in-one. We have a place for you at the table from our beautiful location at Eastern Hills. Welcome to Sto Lat with Ania. Sto Lat. Hello and welcome back to Sto Lat with Ania. I am so excited. I'm always excited for all my guests, but every guest is just so special. And today I have Shannon Traphagen.
Yes.
I've been trying. It's so hard to say. I did not think I was going to say it well, but here you are. You're beautiful and amazing and have become a really great friend as well.
Yes.
And Shannon has a podcast, Game On Glio, and I'm just really happy to have you here. I know, right, I always say it's bittersweet, the different things that we do in life, and of course you and you know why and you know how your story became and where you are today. I think it's really important, and I'm so happy that you're here to share, and
Thank you.
You're educating so many people out there that really don't know what I know now by knowing you.
Thank you. So we started Game On Glio. Glio is short for glioblastoma, and we started the podcast back in 2021. Again, like Ania said, life tends to throw you curveballs, and that was the journey that I ended up on. In 2019, I was married to the love of my life for almost 20 years. I was 43, he was 44, and we were 6 weeks away from bringing home our first baby after suffering several miscarriages. We were planning the baby shower when my husband got extremely sick and ended up being diagnosed with brain cancer in August of 2019. Through the course of that, we lost the adoption, so we lost our baby, and then 14 months later, he died. So I was a 43-year-old widow with no child, no husband, and not really sure what I was going to do with my life. I was trying to figure out how I was going to navigate my pain and turn it into purpose, and that was really my goal, was figuring out how not to drown in the enormity of everything that had just happened. So I was already a published author. I was already a storyteller. I was an associate publisher for Health and Wellness magazine. Storytelling was kind of in my blood, it was in my veins, but as we all know, the pandemic was in the throngs of severity at that time in 2020, and so I said, you know, how can I reach other people? How can I turn my pain into purpose and really help others navigate their journey after everything that I've gone through? And so Game On Glio was born, and so was my company, Right Life Media. And I thought I was only going to do 1 or 2 seasons of it, and it blew up.
Is it 4th season coming?
4th season.
Amazing,
so,
4th season. That's wonderful.
So we're going into our 4th season in May, which is Brain Cancer Awareness Month. We've got 36 episodes out. We help people all across the globe. I do patient advocacy. We fundraise. We work with other businesses through the media portion of the company. We do documentary stories now. So it's really evolved, and we've got amazing sponsors.
Good
so
stuff.
It's great.
So you've also had to learn how to, and I'm so sorry for your loss. I always say that, and I know that's probably like the hardest thing to do when you're, It's just, yeah.
It's not a position I would wish anybody to be in, but when you're navigating this, especially when I grew up as a cook, I grew up as a chef. I've had celebrity chefs on my show. I grew up with a wooden ladle in my hand. My mother gave it to me at a very young age.
So you've learned how to, now you have to learn how to cook for yourself.
For yourself. And
for one.
That is a big deal.
Let's talk about what your favorite dish is, and it really can be fairly easy to cook for one and healthy.
Healthy.
Right? So you want to eat healthy. So what do we have here today?
So we are making salmon and chickpea ragu. Super simple to make. It is really healthy. The ingredients are pretty basic. The nice thing is you don't have to make a million side dishes. It all kind of goes together in one. So we're gonna start with, the pan's already preheated. Chop your ingredients ahead of time. You wanna do a small sweet onion. Try to stick with a sweet onion. You're gonna mince garlic, lemon wedge, 1 large carrot. You want it peeled and diced. You're gonna do either 2 medium or 1 large zucchini diced, and then you've got chickpeas or garbanzo beans.
Perfect.
So we're gonna start with, we're gonna put the olive oil in, and you only need about a tablespoon of olive oil. Oh, that's a little bit more than a tablespoon.
That's okay, it's a big pan. It's a big pan.
It's olive oil. Extra
It's a
virgin
big
olive
pan.
oil is very good for you. It's good for your cholesterol. And then,
I love it.
like Anya's doing, you're just gonna basically coat the bottom of the pan.
Yep.
And then we're gonna add our
Turn
onions.
this up a little bit.
Yeah, you want the heat on medium, medium-high. So
Nothing like fresh veggies, right?
Yep. So you're gonna add your onions, and then basically you're gonna let your onions simmer for about 3 to 4 minutes until they're translucent. Obviously, we're speeding it up for the segment today. So once the onions are translucent, then you're gonna add your carrots, and you're going to add, do we have it on high?
Yeah.
You're gonna add your carrots, and you're gonna add your zucchini.
Now, did you create the dish yourself? Did
Yes.
You okay. I'm sure.
took a
There's
little-
always inspirations, you know, so
Yeah.
many different inspirations out there, and I think to be able to kind of make it your own.
You take a little bit from
yeah.
different things, and you kind of incorporate different recipes that you see, you morph into. I've been cooking and doing a lot of my own recipes for a long time,
Yep.
but I'll take variations of different things and kind of spur them off onto my own. So after your carrots cook, so your carrots are going to be roughly fork soft, so you'll put a fork in them. Once they're tender enough for a fork to go through, that's when you're gonna add your garlic. So you don't want your garlic to burn, that's the key. So you wanna add your garlic in kind of towards the end of the carrots really simmering. When everything, and you can smell the fragrance, right? It smells really good. Once everything is really incorporated and the carrots are really tender soft, that's when you're gonna add your chicken broth, and you want it to be low sodium, so you're gonna add low sodium chicken. Actually, before we do that, we're gonna add the tomato paste because that's key. So you're gonna do about a tablespoon or 2. This is the nice thing about cooking. I never measure.
Yeah.
So I do about a tablespoon or 2. This is like when you do a bechamel. Tomato paste is like flour to bechamel. It really thickens your roux. So you're gonna add this in, and you're gonna incorporate that really, really well. So you wanna coat all of your vegetables. So you kind of push it around until it really coats all of your vegetables all the way through.
Okay.
And it'll melt. So it's a paste. It's gonna melt. Once that melts,
I like anything tomato flavored. You know,
right?
like-
Yeah, and you can add a little bit more. If your roux isn't thick enough, you can always add a little bit more. You're gonna add, so you want about 4 cups of chicken broth. I'm not gonna add the whole thing to this right now. Right now I'm just gonna add it so it coats enough, but basically 4 cups of chicken broth is 32 ounces of a box of chicken broth. So that's basically how you can gauge it.
Okay.
So you will add the chicken broth in, and then you're gonna add your chickpeas, which is the main ingredient. Yeah.
Like I said it before, was never a fan. Now I love them.
Right? And chickpeas are great protein. They're high in
Yes.
fiber. All of these ingredients are really, really good for you. So once this gets added in, the tomato paste is gonna melt, and you're gonna let this simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes. You really want it to thicken up. While this is thickening up, you're gonna take your salmon, wild caught preferably versus farm raised, and you're going to salt and pepper it, olive oil, a little bit of lemon juice, and you're gonna throw it in the oven on 375 for about 15 minutes. If you can get a fork in it softly and it starts to flake, That's how you know it's done.
Okay.
Get it with the skin on. Skin has got so much nutrients to it. You've got B12, vitamin D, a lot of zinc, a lot of iron.
I love it.
It's really healthy for you. It decreases inflammation. It's going to peel apart on its own during cooking. So that'll cook for 10 or 15 minutes. Again, you can swap out salmon if you're not a huge salmon fan with cod or halibut are probably your other two best dishes. Once the salmon is cooked and your roux is simmered down, you want it a little bit thicker. So once that simmers down, then basically all you do is you're going to add salt and pepper to taste the way you want it. And then you're going to add about a cup of basil. So you'll throw like a cup of basil in. I obviously grab fresh basil. And you'll incorporate that. You want the heat off so the basil doesn't burn. And then
voila, here it is.
This is kind of your final product. So this is your ragu when everything is cooked and simmered down.
Looks fantastic.
And that's your salmon.
I can't wait to sample it. It looks so good. Actually, even if you weren't, maybe you didn't, like you said, you don't have to have salmon. You can maybe have something else.
Yep.
I would just eat this up just like that.
I did this last night.
This is amazing.
Yeah,
I would just
as I was
just
prepping
the veggies.
this. You
Looks
can do
so
just
good.
the veggies.
Thank you so much for being here and sharing your story.
Thank you so much.
You're amazing. I really do look up to you.
Thank you.
And I am so happy to learn another new dish that
Salmon
my
and chickpea
executive
ragu.
chef might have to make.
It really is a great dish.
It smells really, really
It's
good,
super
you guys.
simple to make, and again, it's so easy for one person.
Love it.
Yeah.
Great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you next time. My name is Ania Dushan, one of the owners here at our amazing European lounge. We have 3 concepts under one roof. The major one is Sto Lat Bar and Restaurant. Once you finish dinner, you can come over and have a coffee or tea and something really delicious and sweet.
So we go from a traditional to contemporary atmosphere with our menu. A lot of what we focus on primarily is European in origin, but we also take in consideration our own region and add a lot of Buffalo flair to those different menu ideas.
We wanted to have people walk in the door and be wow. We wanted them to be like, wow, I don't feel like I'm in Buffalo. And we hunted down the right bar stools, the right chairs, the right tables. This is a destination place. You come once, you'll come again.
Hello everyone, and we're back at the bar with Cody. The greatest bartender of all times, in my eyes. Okay, in my eyes. But Cody does a fantastic job here. We all know. I am super excited for this one because you're making an espresso martini.
This is our new one.
A new one.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine how much better it can be because it's already been amazing. People
Right.
love our espresso martinis.
They do.
I love the fact that we use a local company.
Yeah.
It's our Kruszczyki Bakery blend of coffee beans. It's really, really delicious for lattes and things at the bakery. And we do use that here for our espresso martinis. So tell me why this one is so much better, or what changes you've made?
I guess, new ingredients kind of come into your life
Yeah.
and you're like, let's
try it.
Let's see how this could work,
Okay.
So this one doesn't have like any type of milk or, the last one had oat milk in it.
Yes.
This one doesn't have any milk.
Okay.
So this one, when it kind of settles up, will look like kind of like a black coffee.
Okay.
But yeah, this one, for all the people at home and all the people that come in and ask me, how do you get the espresso martini like this? I'm gonna tell you. Okay?
Tell us.
So many people ask.
Tell us.
And they always ask, how do you get it frothy? I think we've realized that that's just the amount of fresh brewed espresso that you have in it.
Okay.
If you shake that up, it'll get that nice like foam on the
Yep.
top.
Okay.
So these ingredients is what we're using right now. These 3 could be any variation of these types of ingredients, but we're using espresso vodka.
Okay.
And it's going to be all equal parts along the lines here.
Perfect.
So some regular vodka. And then we're using 43, which is a Spanish liqueur. Shout out my brother in Spain.
Yes. It's someone's favorite around here.
Yep, so
Right.
equal parts here. And then we're gonna do the espresso. So about 1.5 ounces or so in each one. We're making 2 at a time here.
Okay.
So
Obviously, a really good espresso does really make a difference.
definitely.
Because you could make it bitter or, you
Right.
know, yeah.
So let's shake this up.
It's a dance every time. It's a dance.
All right. There we go.
Good. Ooh, yes, it looks nice and foamy. I like the fact that you don't add oat milk to it this time, which I love oat
Yeah.
milk, of course, in my coffee. But it's a nice change.
So it'll kind of look creamy when we pour it.
Yeah.
But you'll
And then
see,
this
like,
looks-
once it settles, it'll be, like a black coffee.
Okay.
Do
Then
that. We'll
you
do
need a little extra something on top.
always 3.
Why? Just because?
If you don't know, you got to look it up.
Okay. It's not fair.
That's that.
Looks beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, do we taste it?
Let's try it.
Okay. Did you create this one?
This one was a collaborative effort for sure.
I love it.
With
I
the
love.
team.
I like collaborative efforts.
Yeah,
Teams are
I've run out of
Yeah.
drinks myself
I know.
sometimes, so
true.
gotta rely on
It
others.
looks so good, you guys.
Yeah.
And you're right. The 3 espresso beans on top.
Always.
It just looks perfect.
Sto Lat.
Sto Lat. Sto Lat, everyone.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is a really good espresso. And I love real espresso. I can't get enough of
That's
that.
good.
Mm-hmm.
That'll wake you up.
Might have to finish it.
Let's do it.
Cheers again. Sto
Cheers.
Lat. Until next time. Hi, welcome to Pierogi Pete's. Come on in. Whether you're hungry for lunch or dinner, Pierogi Pete's is the spot for you. Located at Transit and Casey in East Amherst. Build your own pierogi bowls or try our creative salads, sandwiches, entrees, or sweet treats from Kruszczyki Bakery. Dine in, take out, or relax fireside on our heated, spacious patio. We have a great selection of beer and wine to pair with your meal. Pierogi Pete's also has catering options for any size event. See you soon. And here we are back with Sto Lat with Ania with my friend Michelle Litwin. I'm so excited because I have met Michelle, gosh, during COVID after we opened. She's a customer and became a really, really great friend. Always supports us here, and her husband and all your friends come in all the time, and we just have a great time. It's amazing, and to know you and what you do. So I'm really excited to talk about your business. Being women-owned in Buffalo. Just like myself. I know you said you took over 2013 or so.
Yes.
The Dome and the golf shop here on Wearley in Williamsville. I know it's a lot, it's a lot running a business, but man, you do a good job.
Thank you.
And it's very male dominated, right?
Yes,
Kind of.
it's a little
Little
bit.
bit?
It's a little awkward at times
Yeah.
because people come in and they're like, "Can we talk to the owner?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Well, here I am," and
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, you're a female owner."
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but we've made it work. I have a great support staff. My husband, my son works for us. So it's been great having them be involved. Being in the business, it's been all I've ever done. My entire life is the golf business, and it's just come very natural to me, and I love it. I love meeting the people. The community support that we get from everybody is amazing. As you all know, a couple of years ago, actually a year and a half ago, our dome we had lost during a storm, and the community support we had received from them has been amazing. It helped us keep afloat for all those months when everyone thought we were closed. So we always thank our customers for being such a big part of our business.
Yeah. I remember when it fell, and I mean, obviously so many crazy things happened during that storm, but when it fell, we were so upset because that's the first thing we saw all over the internet, right?
Yep.
There
That's actually
goes
how I found out about it, was the internet
and
at
you live right
first.
down the street.
Yeah, and we can see the top of the dome from our home, and that was the first time I heard of it. People were calling me going, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." They're like, "No," and I'm like, "Holy crap!" Like,
Yeah, it happened.
It's down.
It's our
Yeah.
dome.
And it was such a bad storm, we couldn't even get up there for a couple days to even assess what
Yeah.
had happened to the dome.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously the shop was okay because it's a building, but still.
And those are the kind of things you can't predict, right?
Right.
I mean, things just happen, and we kind of have to pick up the pieces and kind of figure out the plan and what's next.
Yeah,
But
and I'm a big believer. Things happen for a reason. You learn from things that happen in your life, and you hope to come out better and stronger.
for sure. Well, cheers to the dome being
Cheers, yes.
reopened
Thank
and
you.
flourishing.
Thank you.
So what else do I want to talk about? Well, we did our Christmas party there, but let me take a sip because Cody made us this amazing
Yes.
espresso martini. He said it's an upgraded espresso martini,
Ooh, it's
which
delicious.
I don't know how much better it can get.
I'm not a big martini espresso drinker, but this is delicious.
Oh, that's really good.
But our
Deserves 2 sips.
Our complex is a great place
yeah.
for events. We run charity golf tournaments. And we're very supportive of all the local charities in the area. You know, people that just come in just to get new outfits just because they're going on a golf trip. You know, like they come
I
in
love
and
that.
they're like, I'm going away. We need to be completely outfitted. So, you know, we're able to support them in that way too.
Yep.
So it really all works out really well with each other, that we
Yeah.
can feed off of each other's businesses. You
I
know?
love it. I love that.
Yeah.
I know we had our Christmas party there, and again, you know, just knowing. First of all, it looks amazing.
Thank
the
you.
dome looks amazing. The shop is fully stocked. It's so great. I love the fact that your family, your kids have been involved. You know, as you know, my kids are very involved, and you know, you become a friend, and you see Teddy, my grandson, all the time, and you see Cody and Dylan running around. We've all really, you know, got to know each other, and I think that's what makes Buffalo such a special place too.
I agree.
You know, that we're all there.
And it
we're all
just
here
shows
for
the
each other.
support, you know, it's beyond just the business.
Yeah.
It's supporting families and, you know, the values that you have. And I believe we have very similar values, you
For
know,
sure.
that our family is what makes us successful,
Yeah.
the support that we get from them.
And I know your husband's involved. We love Gary. He's just such a fun guy. And I know he works a full-time job.
Yeah.
You know, and again, being a business owner and having that family support, I know he's there helping you all the time.
All the time. And that's what makes it work.
Yeah.
And it's the only way you can make it work. If
Yeah.
you don't have the support of your family and friends, even our friends are very supportive. You know, if we're in a pinch, if we're away and something goes wrong, I can pick up the phone and call them and say, can you please run over there and take care of this? And they do. So, you know, it's all about support of family, community, everything. So, and you've been a great supporter too. Just
Thanks.
always pitching us of the place to be. So we
have to help each
appreciate
other
that.
out,
Yes,
right?
for
Yeah,
sure.
We're
for sure.
all in this together.
Yes.
And even if it was the same business, I always say competition is good too.
I agree.
Right?
They make you smarter. They make you stronger.
Yep.
Yes, I agree 100%.
There's something for everyone.
Yeah.
What else do you want to tell me that I don't know about you?
Ooh, I don't know. You know so much.
No.
I think the most thing is that it's a job that I don't even consider a job. I just love what I do, and I love helping people and meeting people and keeping people happy and giving them an outlet for if they have something going on in their life that they need to step away. We're there to help them and have fun, and you know, I think that's the biggest thing. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. Well, what else do I have for you? I also really want to say how grateful I am for everything that you've done for our families too. Like I said, it's a small world, and everybody knows everybody, and I just think it's so nice to be able to connect. I mean, you already today, even just being here to tape, you had a chance to meet, you know, a couple of my great friends that I know you've heard of and haven't had a chance to meet. So. I think the community support and everything that we do, and we work really, really hard. I know you work really hard, you do, but you always put a smile on your face, and you definitely know how to balance. You know, I will say, because when I see you and Gary come through the door, you really are pretty good at turning it off. You're just here, you're enjoying the moment, having a cocktail, spending some time with friends, and it's a great time, and life is good.
Yeah, and that's one thing that my husband and I always argue about. The only thing we argue about is that he still always wants to talk about the business. I'm like, we're not there. Let's talk about something else. So that's why we always come here, because we know we can just be totally chill and be relaxed, and more like talking to family than anything. So,
exactly. Oh my gosh. Well, cheers to your business and all the success.
And thank you for your support. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Cheers.
Until next time. Sto Lat. I would like to thank my special guest, and of course, Cody at the bar. For all the recipes and information on the show, go to our Facebook page and our social media. Thank you for watching us. Sto Lat with Ania. Until next time.
Sponsors for Sto Lat with Ania are Sto Lat Bar, a restaurant bar featuring European-inspired cuisine, 4475 Transit Road at Eastern Hills. Chickpea Bakery, combining old-world European treats with modern-day fare. Simply Pierogi, enjoy a quick, delicious way to enjoy Polish food. Events by Sto Lat, planning an event? Host it with us, Transit Road in Eastern Hills. And Pierogi Pete's, now open at Casey and Transit Road in Amherst.